All right, here we go. The intermediate value theorem. How to use it, what it looks like. Very common open response problem on the AP Calc test. Not this past year in 2024, but definitely in years past. And the concept does come up, and it's one of those things I want my students to be able to write. So here we have a tabular function, a function that we are given a table for. If f of x is continuous, must there exist a value c 0 is less than c is less than 9, such that f of c is 0 equals 0. Justify your answer. So, and then I made this little graph down here because graphs are fun. But what this pretty much says is, all we know is 4 points, 4 inputs to go with 4 outputs. But is there some number, whether that be, I don't know, 2 or 3 or pi, such that if we plug that number into f of x, we could get 0. Justify your answer. Now, here are the 4 points plotted in red, loosely. And here's the thing. We don't know what this graph looks like. This graph could look like this. In which case, all we know is that we have to touch those points. My function could even be this. I also know that my function must be continuous. So more or less, I can't lift my pen, right, if I'm drawing this. So to speak, like I couldn't do like, I'll go over here. I can't go down like this, up, and then skip over the axis and go through the other 2 points. I need to be able to draw this all in one swoop. So the answer is yes, obviously, but how do we write that answer? And there's 3 real stages to writing our answer here. So step 1 is our background info. Well, f of x is continuous, and I'm going to choose this gap right here. -4 is less than 0 is less than 1. That -4 and that 1 are here and here. So that's what this says. This is my intro, right? This is my background information. I'm giving, yes, we're continuous, and yes, the number that I'm looking for, the desired output, is in between 2 known outputs. And now I could have chosen -3 and 1. I could have chosen -3 and 8. But I chose these 2 because I don't know. Therefore, by the intermediate value theorem, this is really the body of the answer, right? That's the graders like it when you write this. And now our conclusion. And our conclusion, again, as I mentioned in an earlier video, it's that boring, like, let me rewrite this and really answer this. There must exist c, 0 is less than c is less than 9. Actually, you know what? Specifically, 1 is less than c is less than 5, such that f of c is 0. So this last chunk right here, that's just my classic, like that's my definitive answer. So I've got my intro, which is my background information. I've got my body, therefore by the intermediate value theorem. Therefore by the intermediate value theorem. And then I have my explicit answer. Intro, body, definitive answer. I could have used 0 to 9 and -3. This -4 and 1 could have just as easily been -3 and 8. But I'm still answering the question, right? If you're in between 1 and 5, you're in between 0 and 9. So that much is implied. But you don't need to get creative, I promise.